What is up, sexy boy? Never mind, no homo. What is up, guys? I'm back, and we're gonna be predicting Holloway versus Poirier. So let's get into this, boys. So we have the fight of the night: Carly Judas versus Nicole Kalari. So, bro, Nicole Kalari has never won in the UFC. Never will. I'm just gonna say it right here. I think I would beat both of them in a fight. I'm getting subbed, bro, but Carly Judas has won a fight. Nicole Kalari has not. So, yeah. Carly Judas. We got Bruno Ferreira versus Jackson McVeigh. Bro, this one hurts me to pick. This one hurts me a lot to pick because I'm heavy on Jackson McVeigh. I was hyped for him to go out and dog walk. Who is he about to fight? Cedric Dumas. I was hyped for him to beat the fuck out of Cedric Dumas, slide back for that domestic abuse charge, and domestically abuse Cedric, who, bro, Cedric Dumas, do you even train, bro? You just beat women. That's all you're training. So, Jackson McVeigh, this is a good jiu-jitsu dude, but a slower, lengthy fighter, right? He comes out, kind of looks how you'd expect a LFA fighter to look. So, he obviously can evolve into a great fighter, and he has really good jiu-jitsu and shit. Very good striking, too. He has good ground and pound. But that's against LFA guys. That's against some mid-tier comp. Some high mid-tier comp, maybe, but mid-tier comp, bro, not UFC level. Jackson McVeigh, I think, is UFC level. Great personality, too. Very great personality. He does a Trump impression after every fight. That's kind of his thing. Bruno Ferreira, though. Bruno Ferreira is a dog. This dude loses decisions to grappling nut huggers, and that's about it. Bruno Ferreira is an explosive dude. This is a dude that's gonna knock your lights out if possible. He throws crazy shit. Jackson McVeigh, he doesn't fight people that throw crazy shit. He hasn't fought people like that. Bruno Ferreira, this is the type of dude who comes at you and does some spinning shit you've never seen. He's the type of dude that does a spinning back fist, hits you, and then turns around, kicks you in the face, and then backflips on you. He's not Michel Pereira. He's not doing that many backflips, but very explosive, very creative fighter, and a lot of knockout power. I think Jackson McVeigh, sadly, is going to get knocked out. And if it goes to decision, I think Bruno Ferreira wins that too. I love Jackson McVeigh, though. I'm not, so hyped on him as a prospect. I don't think bro's going to be champ. I'll be hyped on him as a prospect if Bruno Ferreira loses to him. But, as a personality, I think he's a good dude. And I think he has a very strong foundation to be a good UFC fighter. Kind of like a younger Charles Oliveira, right? Bro might quit in this one, but we evolve. So, Jackson McVeigh is cooked. Bruno Ferreira by knockout round 1 or round 2. Ryan Spann versus the GOAT, the greatest of all time, Lucas Bresky. So Lucas Bresky, a man known for slamming out people, a man known for killing everyone he fights. Lucas Bresky has won 1 fight in the UFC out of his 6, and Ryan Spann isn't much better, but he is better. Ryan Spann by unanimous decision. 2 of the worst fighters in the UFC. Ryan Spann isn't that bad, but he's that bad. So whoever loses this is cut. Whoever wins this, feed him to Aspinall. So Jimmy Crute versus Marcin Pracino. Okay, so we're going to have to do a little deep dive on this because I'm trying to think. Okay, so he lost to Bukaska, got submitted. Okay, so he's been... Okay. My bad. So Jimmy Crute, I've seen this dude fight. Yeah, he's a dude that lost to Mendenfield. Okay, I'm just mapping this out in my mind. My bad. So, Jimmy Crute versus Marcin Pracino. Marcin Pracino, he's been subbed, but he has good wrestling. Jimmy Crute, good hands, okay wrestling, has been subbed too. Jimmy Crute's kind of a decision machine, right? We're going to split decisions, we're going to draws. Marcin Pracino, right? Jimmy Crute's going to win this by unanimous decision or a split decision as the GOAT Aljamain Sterling would. Now on to good fight. Adam Fuckit versus Islam Dulatov. So Islam Dulatov, this is the supermodel dude that comes into the UFC, looks really good on Dana White Contender Series, and in his next fight looks very good too. We definitely need to test his grappling a bit, but Adam Fugitt is kind of a mid-tier dude. He's good, he's fun to watch, but pretty much all that's interesting about him is his last name is Fuckit. Outside of that, he's about to get KO'd by Islam Dulatov. This is 4 out of 10 star versus Islam Dulatov, who might be a 8 out of 10, but is at least a 6 out of 10, 5 out of 10. We need to see the grappling. Adam Fugitt, kind of chinny, gets rocked a lot. Definitely could get knocked out by Islam Dulatov, which is why I'm going to pick that. Islam Dulatov looks very dangerous. He's going to be much bigger than Adam Fugitt. Wider dude. Looks even more muscular. Like, longer and more muscular. Definitely cuts more weight. Does that mean that much in fighting? Not to most fighters, but to Adam Fuckit, when you're a mid-tier fighter, you're kind of skirting through most of your wins. You're a decision machine. You're probably a dude who knocked out a lot of people on the early comp, and now you're like, fuck, I don't know how to knock anyone out anymore. I can't get their chins. Islam Dulatov doesn't have that problem. He will fuck up Adam Fugitt. Adam Fugitt is gonna be saying, fuck it, when he gets knocked out. So, Atiba Gaudier versus Robert Valentin. Big, hunky first. I don't know why I'm saying gay shit now. Atiba Gaudier, a dude I've glazed hella, so you know who I'm picking. Versus Robert Valentin, a dude who fucking sucks. I already picked this fight, and it got moved back. But it got moved back, or I picked it a little early. But Robert Valentin, this dude's trash, bro. We're on the Ultimate Fighter, not even winning tough. Not saying you're trash for that. But on tough, he wasn't knocking out dudes. He wasn't looking that crazy. I think he might have had one TKO. This dude doesn't have crazy power. He's a little Max Holloway, pepper you up. But he's not that good of a striker. It's a mid-tier dude who doesn't have great power. And Atiba Gaudier has crazy power and looks like he'll fuck your shit up. And when he fights, he fucks your shit up. This is a dude with insane power versus a dude who may have a little ring experience more. And yeah, Robert Valentin, maybe he doesn't get knocked out and peppers his way, but I don't think that's likely. I think Gaudier is gonna put his lights out. I think it's night time for Robert Valentin. Gaudier looks very good, very fast. Again, very explosive. Another explosive fighter. And Robert Valentin is not explosive at all. Mid dude, honestly. Atiba Gaudier, maybe he'll get a good step up after this fight. Maybe Robert Valentin, the Torres Finney victim. You got brutalized by Torres Finney, bro. You can do anything. That wasn't a fight. He just let himself get dick sucked the entire fight against Torres Finney. And he just got pinned against the fence and nothing. Pinned against the fence, hit in the leg, doesn't know how to get out of that. In 15 minutes, couldn't get up and put hands on Torres Finney. So what's he gonna do to Gaudier, who will fuck him up? Who will, like, Valentin, you're gonna have to go to the ground with Gaudier, and Gaudier might be actually good on the ground. So, night to Robert Valentin. Atiba Gaudier by round 1 knockout. This is gonna be a crazy one. Followed by a not crazy one. Another mid versus mid fight. This is basically Jimmy Crute versus Marcin Pracino, or Ryan Spann versus Lucas Bresky at welterweight. Two dudes who I believe this is a Jake Matthews victim, Francisco Prado, versus, I want to say, what's his name? He's a black dude. That's all I can think. He's like the black Jake Matthews. What's his name? The black Jake Matthews. Yeah, Danny Barlow. Literally the black Jake Matthews, bro. So Jake Matthews versus black Jake Matthews victims. Who wins this? Do I give a fuck? I'm gonna pick Nikolai Veretinikov because I'm a casual and his name is crazy. And he's from Kazakhstan. No, the real reason I'm gonna pick him is because in his fights, his dirty boxing looks much better. He might have more losses, but the losses have been to better people. Francisco Prado, you're getting brutalized by Jake Matthews. What have I done? You're not looking very good. Neither of these dudes look very good. Nikolai, I'm gonna say wins this though. Ukraine power, I guess. Marvin Vettori versus Brendan Allen. This card really is so amazing. At least we get to see Poirier's final fight. That fight's gonna be a banger. Marvin Vettori's ass. Brendan Allen sells. So maybe Brendan Allen finds a way to sell the bag. But I think this is his bag. I think he has this. Marvin Vettori is not very good. Who's this dude's best win? Kevin Holland? Kevin Holland, and that's all I can think. Every time Marvin Vettori had Kevin Holland and Paulo Costa, probably. Paulo Costa. Marvin Vettori beat Paulo Costa, a dude who sells. So maybe because he beat sellers, he can beat Brendan Allen, but I doubt it. Brendan Allen has actually looked pretty good. In his last fight, he did lose. He lost the fight, but Roman Dolidze almost got subbed once. I don't know. Brendan Allen looks like his jiu-jitsu's improved a lot. And I just don't see Marvin Vettori beating him. And Brendan Allen, he's mid, but like his jiu-jitsu is elite. It's not top of the top, which is why when he goes against these dudes with pretty like same level jiu-jitsu, they usually win because they can outstrike him. But I think his jiu-jitsu is going to be too much for Marvin Vettori, and he'll probably sub Marvin. So I'm going to say a rear naked choke for Brendan Allen in round 2. Round 3, maybe. Maybe it's a triangle, though. Maybe he pulls a Paul Craig. Kyler Phillips versus Vinicius Oliveira. I'm quick to pick Vinicius Oliveira, but we don't want to... Kyler Phillips is good. He gassed versus Rob Font, which is why I think Vinicius Oliveira is going to win this. Vinicius Oliveira is a dude. He got it, bro. He can come back, bro. He throws these flying knees. He does this versus Sopaj. Sopaj, a very good fighter. Beating Vinicius Oliveira. And then Oliveira, I swear to God. I swear, bro. I was watching this and I called it. I have a witness too. I called it and I said, Vinicius Oliveira's about to throw a flying knee. He throws it and fucking knocks out Sopaj. That's my greatest flex in UFC. My brain this year, I'm not doing great on picks. That era, when I picked Sean Strickland to beat Izzy, when I said Vinicius Oliveira is about to flying knee KO Sopaj, and he does it, you can't call me not the GOAT, bro. You gotta call me the GOAT. 2024 me was the GOAT. 2023, whenever that fight happened, I was the GOAT, bro. Kyler Phillips, he's alright. We're losing to Rob Font, but we're beating good dudes. We're beating Song Yadong. We're beating good dudes. He would knock out Corey Sandhagen. So, yeah, Vinicius Oliveira might be losing this fight. But honestly, I do think that he's going to find a way to either just dominate Kyler Phillips or knock him out if he's losing. And I'm not just saying that because of the fight with Sopaj. Kyler Phillips, not a very chinny dude, but it looks possible. He's been hit good, and he's one of these dudes. he does this. He like not overreacts, but his head goes back a lot when he gets hit on shots, and you're like, he's about to get flatlined. I think he might get flatlined in this. So I'm going to say Vinicius Oliveira money line. Maybe not, though. So main card, here we go. Michael Johnson versus Daniel Zellhuber. Look at that record. That record, 24-19. That record. So Unk versus Lil Bro matchup. Unk's not winning this. Unk's not winning this. I know it's Michael Johnson. We want to pick him. We pick him every fight, and it's not good. Then the second we don't pick him, he wins. So maybe he's winning this. But yeah, he beat Gaethje. Yeah, he's beat like hella good dudes. But he's lost a lot. He has lost a lot. And Daniel Zellhuber isn't the dude that Michael Johnson is ever going to beat, I think. I think in his prime, Michael Johnson probably doesn't beat him. And Daniel Zellhuber, he looked really good in his last fight. Was his last fight at the Sphere? He's coming off a loss at the Sphere. His last fight was against, I would say, it wasn't Bahamondes, was it? Yeah. Maybe it was Bahamondes. Let's check. Rebovics. I'm silly. Bahamondes, Rebovics, my bad. He lost to Rebovics, but in that fight, he arguably could have won. If it wasn't, it should have been a split decision, because Zellhuber at many times looked very good and was hurting Rebovics, and also Rebovics looked really good. It was a very good war. And I think Michael Johnson, at this point in time, he's going to still be able to hold up a war, but bro, we're going to get outboxed. We're going to get hit with that left hook all the time. We're going to get pieced up. For every shot we're going to throw, we are Michael Johnson, and for every shot we are throwing, we're getting hit with 3 more. So Daniel Zellhuber by unanimous decision might knock out Johnson, but I don't think so. Michael Johnson isn't that chinny. You'd expect him to be with his record, but he's not. He's very good at wars, though. Good at losing wars, sadly. Good at winning things we didn't expect him to win, so maybe. My bad. Dan Ige versus Patricio Pitbull. So what are we doing? I don't know what just happened. Dan Ige versus Patricio Pitbull. I'm not too high on Pitbull. I think he's past his prime. And I think Dan Ige, I think he's a lot better than Pitbull, honestly. Especially with Pitbull being an old man. So, Pitbull, the man who beat Michael Chandler, we beat Iron Mike. Crazy. But we're at featherweight now. We beat Iron Mike, went down to featherweight, and now we're fighting Dan Ige. We have the same build as Dan Ige. We're the same height as Dan Ige. We have the same muscles. We have the same build. And we fight kind of similarly. So it is a hard one to pick. But Dan Ige has faced much higher levels of comp, right? Dan Ige has knocked out much higher levels of comp. Dan Ige doesn't go to these decisions with the lower levels of comp. So Pitbull, I'm sorry, buddy, you're not going to be in the rankings after this one. I'm sorry, buddy, you're not winning this one. We might be getting knocked out in this one. We might be getting Ben Askren cut from the UFC. Is it too early to say that? We might be getting Ben Askren. No disrespect for Ben Askren, but past our primes, fighting a few fights, losing them all, and then maybe he'll get Dan Ige like Askren got Robbie Lawler. Maybe we're gonna sub Dan Ige and Dan Ige's not gonna be out. But honestly, I think Dan Ige got this in the bag. I think Dan Ige is very underrated. We're even beating Sean Woodson, an up-and-comer. I think maybe Pitbull beats Sean Woodson, maybe? I don't think so, though. I think Pitbull would get outclassed and wouldn't be able to deal with the range. So we're going to take Dan Ige by decision. Oh my gosh, I keep clicking on these. I'm like a 80-year-old man using technology for the first time. Kevin Holland versus D-Rod, the GOAT. D-Rod got that power. D-Rod got that that rod. I'm sorry. Kevin Holland is going to sub D-Rod. Kevin Holland's locked in. Kevin Holland might knock out D-Rod. D-Rod has power. He's fat. And that's about it. D-Rod is a good fighter, but Kevin Holland is a better fighter. And Kevin Holland will sub D-Rod. So that's all I have to say. I think Kevin Holland's going to come out here. I don't think anytime soon we're going to have Kevin Holland putting on lackluster performances, looking like he's giving up or whatever. I think he's locked in now. I think he's maturing. And I think he's becoming the good fighter we predicted him to be years ago. Will he be at the top? No. Maybe. Probably not. But will he beat Daniel Rodriguez? The answer is yes. It's an easy one. Kevin Holland should be like a minus 2,000, bro. Paulo Costa versus Roman Kopylov. Okay, so Paulo Costa is a little bit washed ever since he got humped by Izzy. And Roman Kopylov is very good. But Paulo Costa can have an comeback. I could see it happening. I'm a fence hitter, bro. I'm such a fence hitter. Roman Kopylov's winning this shit, bro. Paulo Costa might get fucking flatlined, basically. Paulo Costa, we lose every decision ever since we got humped by Israel Adesanya. Paulo Costa still hasn't recovered from the back shots, from the doggy style. And Roman Kopylov's a really good up-and-comer. Good chance for him to get ranked. He is ranked, so we're fighting number 13, so not that big of a jump. But good chance to get a fight that is a big jump, I guess. I think it's an easy win for Roman Kopylov. But Paulo Costa might lock in. This is a dude who, we're number 13, but we're coming off a Sean Strickland loss. And Sean Strickland lost like right before Sean Strickland fought for the belt again. So they could, if Paulo Costa wins this, I literally could see them pumping him up to like number 7 off beating number 14. I think they're doing that shit. But I think Kopylov is going to win this and then get bumped up to 13 or 12. They might just switch spots. So now for the main event, the fight that actually matters to all of us. Dustin the Diamond Poirier, I'm going to cry. Floral shorts versus floral shorts. Dustin Poirier's retirement. I'm tearing up, man. So salty Dustin Poirier versus Max Holloway in his prime. Holloway. We got Old Man Poirier versus, why am I actually tearing up? We got Old Man Poirier versus coming into his prime or in his prime Max Holloway. I think Poirier still wins this. Poirier's beat Holloway twice. And yeah, Poirier wasn't as old as he was. He wasn't getting knocked out by Gaethje. And I get that MMA math. You're like, okay, Max Holloway fucked up Gaethje, schooled him. Then that was right after Gaethje knocked out Dustin Poirier and schooled him. So obviously Max Holloway is going to win this. No. Dustin Poirier's beat Holloway twice. And he's better, bro. He's better. He's just better. He's a better boxer, better fighter, better takedown defense. And yeah, they're both very, very good. They're both some of my favorite fighters. But bro, we're not gonna act like Max Holloway's not coming off his first KO. Like he might not come out there with less confidence. We're not gonna act like Max Holloway's chin isn't gonna get cracked. We're not acting like DP's about to DP Max Holloway. Give him a little punishment. I think Dustin Poirier is going to school Max Holloway again. It'll be a very close fight, probably. Pretty close fight. Somewhat close fight. But it's going to be in DP's favor. Even if it's a split decision. I mean, maybe we give it to Max just because if it's a split decision because that moves to UFC or whatever. I don't think Max Holloway wins this. Best case scenario, Max Holloway wins by decision. Robbery, maybe? No. That's not. What is best case scenario? Because if DP wins this, it's like a Robbie Lawler retirement win, and it's hype, and then we're like, let's go Poirier, you just won your last fight. But then Holloway's cooked. That means Holloway's fucked. he's coming off 2 possibly KO losses, or a KO loss and a loss, then his career, he got to lock in when he's saying he has like 4 fights left. So how much time does that give him to lock in? I think DP wins, though. Probably a decision. I don't think this goes to knockout. I think this card, probably the early fights, going to be a lot of knockouts. Ryan Spann might knock out Lucas. Bruno Ferreira knockout. Dulatov knockout. Gaudier knockout. And we'll probably get a Prado, like... This fight, Prado versus Nicola, or Ryan Spann versus Bresky, or Jimmy Crute versus Marcin. One of those is probably going to be a knockout. But I think the early prelims and prelims are going to have a lot of knockouts. Then the main card, decision. As we've been having in pay-per-views. I think either Danny Gay... No. Yeah, Kevin Holland's going to sub D-Rod probably. So Danny Gay versus Pitbull is probably most likely to have a knockout. Maybe Kopylov versus Costa. But Costa has a good chance. So this one, I think there's like no chance this is a knockout. Maybe Poirier chin checks Holloway. Maybe Holloway locks in and knocks out Poirier, but not likely. I think Poirier's just going to win a decision, man. Pulling up his shorts. Gonna look good. Maybe dancing a bunch. There's probably going to be a lot of emotes, a lot of clip farming. We are clip farming in this build-up and in this fight. And at the end of it, whoever wins, they're going to go head-to-head. It's going to look like they make out. And then Poirier, he's going to rise above. He's going to grow his wings. And we're going to watch the retirement video of a lifetime. And we are all crying. We're all crying in Poirier's retirement video. So those are my picks for Holloway vs. Poirier 3. Overall, I can't call this a bad card because the main fight, good. Co-main, okay. Michael Johnson, Zellhuber, that's interesting. Dulatov's on it. 2 prospects, Ferreira and Jackson McVeigh, are on it. So, I mean, like, Otavio Gaudier's on it. Vinicius Oliveira's on it. So, we got some good people. I mean, it's not a bad card. I solid 7 out of 10. And after the card, we're either going to be saying it's a 4 out of 10, 5 out of 10, or we're going to be saying it's a 10 out of 10. That's how I feel. So, see you guys in the next video. I'm out. And that's the video. Yeah, see ya.